good evening, afternoon, or morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the loot update for Path of Exile 2. If you watched the last video on the point 1, the beta version, you might have noticed I was running some shit where I could just throw a bunch of projectiles out. Well, unfortunately, that guy in like half the catalog of characters doesn't really function the same. In fact, that one kind of sucks ass, but, you know, there were some nerfs, there were some buffs, and honestly, I was thinking to myself 10 minutes ago, damn, it kind of sucks that I didn't do a video on the point 2 update, because it was trash. It was, it was so bad. It was so bad. The problems that are still in the game are low build diversity. There's Lightning Spear, there's the Chaos Witch. I think it's Chaos Lich is really good. There is Crossbow, but it's lightning, so lightning crossbow. Amazon is fucking popping off. It's absolutely crazy. The build diversity, right, is basically you have Amazon, really good. You have the new Lich class is actually pretty good. It looks really, really strong for minions and for defense, for the summoner especially. I'm not going to be talking about too much of the other classes because I'm... Let me show you. Man, shut the fuck up. Man, what is this? Inventory. You know what? I'll just... Yeah, so... Amazon, right there. This is my bread and butter. I'm doing an overleech build. Fast metabolism gives you like that overleech, and then I use energy shield leech. Right, it's cool. Right. The thing is, I'm running lightning spear, the pinnacle of meta. So let's be real. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. For most of the classes, I've just looked at some of the strongest abilities for the Lich class. I went with Lich before rerolling into Blood Mage during Second Ascendancy when I was leveling my Spark cast on crit. It was really good, right? But the point isn't my builds. The point is the loot. And it used to be really bad. However, I'm not here to just be another nobody talking about or complaining about the lack of loot. I'm here to tell you that the loot's actually pretty damn good. Let me go kill something and show you what I mean. There we go. I mean, that's always been a thing. Let's kill this guy. Interesting. I mean, he dropped something, right? That's a Regal. But keep in mind, this is a Tier 2 map. I'm probably going to have to find some examples of, say, the Strong Boxes, the Asmeri Wisps, and the the boss drops. So let's go find those in a higher tier. What are we gonna do? Let's go with quantity and rarity, but enemies are gonna be faster. Let me see if I can buff it to... I actually fucking did. That's crazy. You know what? I'm gonna have to save that. Because I want to get my... I was gonna run it, but I want to get points for this. And one of them is I gotta find, like, 3 different things to... The area has to have a +1 item level. It's got to be irradiated for +1 level. And it's got to be a tier 16, right? So that and it's got to be a map with a boss and irradiation and the 3, right? So I just gotta. I mean, that's a really nice one. I'll try this one. Well, this ain't got shit. Let's try it. And it de-leveled. Okay. I don't think I had anything going there. No, I did, actually. It was a breach, wasn't it? Yep. So let me show you what breach looks like now. Because breach is actually decent. In the 0.2 update, there was spires were changed. They were actually so trash when they first came out. I hated doing them. They would constantly freeze, and you would die. You would just die. Every single time. Every single time. It was, you know, unless you were freeze immune, but I was an idiot, and I was clutching rarity. Now, speaking of rarity, it did get nerfed. Hard. It is still not recuperated or recovered to a point that I find acceptable compared to... really? What is this? Okay, so this is a Wisp empowered monster. Boom, it drops a tier 3. Keep in mind this is a tier 2 map, so very low level compared to, say, tier 15. Now let's do a breach. And trust me, that was only 50% empowerment. If I went to 150 to 200, that would have been a couple exalts. This may not be a great layout for a breach. Not that I really have a choice, but... Perhaps I chose quite a bad 1 layout and 2 item level to showcase the better loot. As the, you know, hey guys, loot's so back, well, it doesn't really come in until... I picked up there. It doesn't really come in until, I'd say, yellow maps. Can I make it? Can I? I can. Let's go. Okay. Loot is, in fact, back, but not to a standard that I would say is comparable to PoE 2.1. And I say that because the ceiling for rarity was lowered heavily. I had a 503% increased rarity set up for my Spark. I would get uniques left and right. I would specifically run Trials of the Sekima to jewel farm so that I could get the maximum amount of them, and life was good. And then the Fire Nation came. By the Fire Nation, I mean GGG came and messed my shit up. Sucks. Sucks hard, man. But that's okay. It is what it is, and it isn't what it isn't. So, few rares, catalysts. There was also the introduction of runes. What is this, lightning? Boom, more lightning. Awesome. Let's scrap some things. The introduction of a new system of runes and attribute runes. So, with this one, I actually don't know why it's only 5 on the weapon. I don't know if that's intended. That one always struck me as weird. But there's intelligence, strength, and dexterity runes. They all go up to 10 on everything. So if you really want to get those stats, well, this is your bread and butter. The issue is that stat stacking is, well, kinda dead. So they killed that, but then gave you a way to get your attributes. This is a buff. Well, I say it's a buff, but it's kind of like, meh, you know, I don't really use them. They also added this OP-ass spear, which forks critical hits, so they roll twice, so you could have double your crit multi. It's meta right now. So, what was I going to do? Yes. Sorry. ADHD getting the best of me. What is this? This should be a really nice one. Let's pop this in here. This might kill me. I don't know. Let's find out. So, think I started saying this earlier, but didn't get around to finishing my thought, that nobody wants to see another nobody complain about a video game. But if just another nobody, like myself, is saying, hey guys, look, we're so back, the game is good again, I'd say that means a lot more. Now, I was thinking to myself that, earlier, that a streamer's opinion matters a hell of a lot more than mine because they make a living off of it. And and by streamer, I mean someone like Darth Microtransactions, who, it's basically his job to stream content for this game. And, you know, if he says, listen man, I don't care if it's my job, I'm not playing it, if it sucks. Well, that means a lot more than me. I'm far, far, far from casual, but I'm not exactly his popularity. By the way, yeah, if you're seeing lag, sorry, that's just my system shitting itself. There's a lot of things going on. A lot of particle effects. Like, a lot of them. Gold drops are no longer... Oh, boy. Yeah, Delirium makes my system lag a bit, especially if I'm trying to record on OBS. I've actually never tried this before. This is probably the first video I've made since that .1 video on my channel. So, sorry about that. Let's pop this and hope for the best. Oh boy. Right. Through this. Keep in mind, this is peak male performance. This is a highly meta build. You know, it's clearing screens. I'm sorry that the performance is so bad. Oh my god. There we go. Free, easy, unique. Okay. I can't. This is barely playable. Holy shit. I have been running, super juiced maps with some people for, you know, getting carried. I'd say the loot's actually better than PoE 1. And yeah, that's a strange thing to say, unironically. Like, hey guys, loot is actually better in this game than the first game, considering the last, like, when did the .2 update roll out? Since the .2 update rolled out, it's just been straight up crap. And now I'm looking at some dude's super juiced setup and thinking, holy shit. This is crazy. Now, to be fair, when I say that, I have my loot filter on PoE 1 extremely strict because I only want to see the best stuff. So I might just be seeing a lot more things because my filter is not very strict on this game. So I'm seeing just tons of rares everywhere, and you could get that in PoE 1. So it might just be me and what I see. It's my subjective experience. But as you can see, there is a lot of gold, but there's a lot of items. I would also like to showcase a boss. However, I'll probably have to just rush to one because my ass gets distracted with all of the extra content, and I pick up all the rares because my buddy likes to flip currency. He's stated that he probably won't do it as heavily as last season, but there is still bingo. That's what I like to see. That's why I played this game. Oh, come on. I didn't want to kill everything before I activated. No, what is this? And it possesses him with 11%. Shit. Unfortunate. Come on. Can we kill him? Can we kill him? Come on. Bingo. Oh, wait. It moves. Oh, shit. Oh, no way. Okay, that I wasn't expecting to showcase that. because that means no loot. Oops. So yeah, if you accidentally kill too many things, the wisp will leave. And by too many things, I mean if you kill the last rare in a map. They possess rogue exiles. Oh, rogue exiles are also a new type of content, although I'm not currently targeting those on the tree. So what they've put in is Asmerian wisps. They've put in more things for strongboxes, and boom, rogue exiles. Rogue exiles are they're really fun and engaging, and when I say that, what I mean is it's a longer, drawn-out fight where you have to lock them down and then slam them with high damage. I just realized I wasn't even getting more clasped hands, so we get less loot. Oh my. Sometimes I am extremely forgetful. Probably me getting distracted, but yeah, 25 splinters is 25 splinters without even having the extra breach hands. That's pretty good. That is pretty damn good. We got a divine, some of these, this for the collection tab. This I'm kind of excited for. What do we get? Increased guard and gains charges per second. Could be worth some money. I'll put that up on my ult for 20x. 50% charges. You know, surprisingly, those are still worth nothing. I'm not sure why. What the heck is this? You know what? I'll price check things later. This is more of a showcase and review than a gameplay video. So let's find a map with a boss. Actually, does this have... It doesn't. Some of the changes in the game were, I feel, a little unnecessary, such as the extremely overarching nerf to most of the game. And when I say nerf to most of the game, I mean that most of the content in the game had its loot lowered because of the player rarity nerfs. Before there was no ceiling, I actually calculated it wrong, but it would obviously be lower than this value. It was somewhere around 1,087% increased rarity of items found with a completely min-maxed optimized setup. That's no longer doable because the shield that would give you increased effect of the rarity soul core was gutted, eviscerated. It now gives, get ready for this one, 100% increased effective soul core, so it doubles them. It used to quintuple them. That's a bit of a nerf. Only a bit. Only the slightest of nerfs were had that day. Just a tad. And so, the player rarity is now locked to more of a fixed state. You know what? Do I really need these? No, I'll find Artificer Robes. The ceiling of loot is high, but it honestly was probably lower. Or higher last season. Mincing words there. As it seems like this is done, it's not completed. I still have an expedition, and I would like to showcase that as well. Expeditions now drop 50% more exotic coinage, which is the reroll vendor currency. The vendor reroll currency. I am fucking up my words here. Oh boy. Ooh, lovely. You love to see jewels. Jewels are actually one of the best sellers. Strongbox. right here. This is a tier 15. And so, I want to see what exactly it gives. I have to stand a ways away from it, or those spikes will probably kill me. Man, my FPS is tanking right now. Sheesh. So I just stand back, throw spears, and things die. Gives multiple rares, and a piece of currency. Now, is that, guaranteed loot? No. Was it before? Was abysmal. Sometimes I would get only gold, because nothing would show up on my quite loose filter. As you can see, I'm still seeing magics, and some higher level bases. Well, I would get nothing. That is criminal. Dang. You know what? Can I still do it? Probably not. Probably not. I would like to, but probably not. It would be 100. Oh, man. What? Completely gimping my build. Damn. I could basically make them immune to my damage, and they'd give Quant and Quant. Okay. Well, that's fine. I don't necessarily need it. It would just be nice to have. So let's see. Does it get both of these? It does. Now we go for this. Can't get that. So we got 2 more. Works for me. Did I take the cannot be crits? I didn't. Right. And as you can hear, things drop. Things drop a lot. And things are now dropping in stacks of 2 or 3. 2 or more, really. Plink. There's a coinage. Now keep in mind, this actually has no quant on the map and mediocre rarity. Imagine what this would be like with those. And there it is. I don't even think there's... Okay, so 20 quantity of items found in the chests. Just 20. And it shits out plink, 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 3x and a vol. Oh, and casually 5 artifacts instead of maybe 1 or 2. I'd say this is a pretty good update. This is Sockster Gaming. And goddamn, is this game improved. I'll catch you in the next one. I should probably make videos more often, but it is what it is.